Hi guys, it's Kamala Devi Sharma. I know it's been a while since I came on the business page. I am sorry, but I've actually been a little distracted with the clients in the momentum training and those who are doing the group coaching. Nevertheless, I am here with a mini coaching session for you guys based on a question I want you to ask yourself. How do you intend to continue to live your life in 2019? Do you intend to continue to live from the outside in, or do you think it's time that you start living from the inside out? Do you intend to continue to let your reality create you, or do you think it's time that you start creating your reality? Do you intend for people and situations to trigger your thoughts and emotions to define who you are, or do you think it's time for you to own your personal power, manage your thoughts and emotions, define who you are, then deal with people and situations in your outer world? Now, I'm asking you guys this question so that you can get clear on who you are and the goals you desire to achieve. Also, for you to know the path that you're going to take to achieve your goals with ease. I'm going to tell you why based on my personal story. When I was in the final year of doing my MBA, I needed to be in a managerial position in order to do my final project. I was offered an administrative position at a tertiary institution, which I accepted. In the interview, the directors had expressed some of the challenges they were facing and areas that needed immediate attention. I thought to myself that it was manageable because I knew the quality of work that I produced. I also knew the income that I wanted to be taken home every month. So they were not ready to pay that, and I proposed to them that I would have worked 6 days of the week from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. but only 8 hours during the day, so I was entitled to a few hours off. And if I requested a day off, it would have been granted. They agreed. I got started on the job. I loved it. I went full out into it. I derived a lot of satisfaction and I was extremely successful. However, in the first year of being on the job, I began to live from outside in. And that happened because there were lots of systems to be put in place. There was a lot of improvements that needed to be made. Taking that day off became impossible. Taking an hour lunch became impossible. Resources were limited to a large extent. So what happened? It began to take a toll on my mental and physical health. Now, in the second year of being on the job, I got married. I now had more responsibility and I had to find a balance between my personal life and my professional life. So that's when I started to own my personal power and work from inside out. When I started to do the inside out work, I realized that the values that I held were not the same values at the institution. I realized that the image that I desired was not the image supported by those that I was working with. So little conflicts began to manifest for me. I then became pregnant and that took a toll on my health as well. So I had no choice but to make a decision. What am I going to do? Nothing was changing in the external environment. It was always hectic. It was a high-paced environment. That's just the fact of the institution. And I needed more balance in my life. I needed to own my personal power and create more space for me. So I had no choice. I left the institution. Now when I left, I felt great because what I desired was what was given to me. When I left, I also realized that during the space of time that I was living from outside in and I stretched myself so thin, I took on the beliefs and thoughts of those that I was working with. So I ended up being conscious of what was lacking in my life rather than what was abundant in my life. So I had a bit of mindset work to do after leaving the institution. The moral of the story is that when you are working from the outside in, you find that you have conflict manifesting in your environment, and it manifests in your body as well with mental and physical issues. when you start working from the inside out, you make wiser choices of the situations and the persons that you want to be dealing with, because then you know what is in alignment with who you are and who you desire to be. So if you guys are considering working from the outside in, I ask you to rethink that. If you're considering to work from the inside out, then definitely we at Revive can assist you and coach you so that you have the right tools and techniques to be able to ground, to be able to create boundaries, which I clearly didn't have, and to be able to have the right mindset to foster a positive momentum so that you can achieve your goals and objectives with ease. Call us, email us at kamala09@yahoo.com, message us on Facebook, and we can take it from there. But I personally advise you to ensure that you know who you are, who you desire to be, the goals you want to achieve, and choose the path that is in alignment with who you are in order to achieve those goals. Because don't be like me. When I left with scarcity consciousness, I ended up with money struggles. And that's a whole different story by itself. But for now, think about that. Think about how do you intend to continue to live your life in 2019, and reach out to us because we are ready and willing to assist you to live the best version of yourself in 2019. Take care. Bye.